You're reaching for your volume button, aren't you? Hello, Galaxy. I'm Chris Pirillo. Hopefully I didn't blow anybody's eardrums there. I thought I'd kick off today's Tech Talk / AMA with a silent bang, which wasn't even a whimper. Here's the thing. That sounds a lot like my back, I know. And the microphone, by the way, is not actually touching the desk either, so it's just my desk is creaky. And I tend to lean against it, because that's what happens when you reach my age. So, thank you for joining live, or possibly after this has been broadcast live. I made sure to mention the fact that I was doing this in the Discord channel / chat server. What do you call it? Discord? On the Discord place that you can join? There's not a lot of activity there because, of course, it's me. But someone else over the weekend was surprised that I wasn't dead. I think those were his words, too. Like, wow, today I found out that Chris Pirillo wasn't dead. I used to watch him 10 years ago. That's a funny thing. Apparently, it's a thing to think that I'm dead. So here I am, not dead. So I should call these live videos not dead videos. Is that fair? Now, the channel's dead. Not much I can do about that, but what I can do something about is answering your questions. So thank you for asking as we kind of get, rolling with this video. I'm doing my best to try to find a time slot that I can replicate throughout the week. During the day, of course, I am busy. I'm working at Intel, helping community efforts there, specifically with Intel graphics. If you're interested in helping shape the visual experience for 1 billion people, feel free to join the Intel graphics community. It's separate, of course, from my community. There's not a lot of Star Wars stuff talking over there. More Star Wars stuff happening over here. Now I know you're thinking, well, Chris, Intel graphics, what? Yeah, for real. We're taking feedback. If you've got something that you want us to do, specifically in the GPU space, let us know. That's what I'm there for. I'm a community advocate. Huh? And now if you're the type of person who, wants me to talk about droids, androids, is that what they call? Is that fair to call Android phones droids? Androids? You want me to talk about Android? I'll talk about Android. I will. I promise. I promise. In fact, I'm sitting in front of, let's see here, 1, 2, 3 Androids. So I've got this one, which I've been using for some time, and 2 that are still in the box. I know it is an impromptu Android. Wait, do these count? The Droid. I'm just going to say Droid unboxings. I'm going to do 2 Droid unboxings during this live broadcast. Starting with BT1, this droid right here. BT1 from the Dr. Aphra comics series. It is definitely a destructive droid. It is heavily armed with flamethrowers and other destructive weapons. Now, you tell me how your smartphone competes with a flamethrower. This droid, flamethrower. Your droid, no flamethrower. Huh? So you tell me which is better. Your smartphone with no flamethrower, or this droid with a flamethrower? Now, I know you're thinking, well, Chris, that's just a pretend flamethrower. Well, yeah, but at least it comes with a pretend flamethrower. Yours doesn't. Unless your smartphone did come with a flamethrower, at which point I'd, totally say, all right, you win. But to my knowledge, not a single smartphone on this planet ships. God, this desk, I know it's driving you nuts. It's starting to drive me nuts. Even taking some WD-40 to it just doesn't help. I don't know what to do. So we're just going to have to put up with the creaking and my squeaking, my voice. So you tell me if I'm wrong, if your smartphone came with a flamethrower. Mine did not. And I thought I asked for the flamethrower edition. Maybe Elon Musk will get around to that. This one at least comes with a pretend one, which again trumps your non-flamethrower containing smartphone. Droid. Because it's a droid. We're going to do comparisons here. This is 88 in the Black Series figure line. I have been complete, so I do have all 88. So I'm happy to say that. Yay, another droid. Woot. You will stand alongside 000, which I unboxed the other day. Here we go. This is all about ASMR. I'm opening this droid. The packaging is very plasticky. So here we go. I've covered unboxings. Okay, so So that's that part of YouTube. ASMR, that's that part of YouTube. Food and drink, that's another part of YouTube. Ooh, this is going to be tricky to pull out, man. I don't want to break anything. Oh, man, I get so nervous when I do this. No breaks, no breaks, no breaks. Please, please, please. Okay, I'll give you this. Smartphones are easier to unbox. Ooh. Legs are stuck. Legs do not... Feet do not want to come out. All right, hang on. I'm going to have to slice into the plastic here. I've got a couple of questions here. See, I have to give you guys some time to ask the questions. No flamethrower. See? Told ya. Y'all think I was fibbing. I was not fibbing. Hopefully I'm not going to slice into this droid either. That would be very, very sad. Okay, there we go. Okay. Got him, or it. It's not really a him. Ouch. Nice droid. And then if you turn his head, the third wheel, or the strut will basically pop out. So then he can... It's gonna angle? Will it angle? It won't even angle. Huh, okay. So it won't angle, I guess, but at least it pops out right there. Look at that droid. Look at it. Look at it. Look at what's it. I'm gonna use the flamethrower on you. Now I know you're saying, oh Chris, there's an app for that. Oh, come on. Doesn't need batteries. No batteries required to pretend flamethrow. Now, see, if I did that to you, like in real life, I'd be like, you'd obviously know that I was joking around with a toy. But if someone walked up to you with their phone and went, you just think they were nuts. Just saying. Is it hard to rewire a USB connection, USB-C connection, for one graphics card to another in a laptop? Is to rewire? That is well beyond me, dude. I am A, not a hardware guy. B, I'm a DIY-er? I'm sorry, I messed that up. Try it again. I'm a DI buyer, not a DIY-er. And about as much cable complexity that I deal with is... That's it. And sometimes... Because, you know, you got it interfacing the wrong way. Don't have to worry about that with USB-C, though. Which is one of the reasons I like USB-C a lot. USB-C, though, is there a USB-C flamethrower? I don't think there is. I really don't. People, now I'm scrolling back, people are saying there's an app, a flamethrower app. Yeah, but see, you would just be weird. Who does that? I mean, maybe when the iPhone was, like, brand new a decade ago, I can see it. You know, the era of fart apps, I think, is well past us now. But action figures, boy, beautifully detailed action figures are forever. Oh, man, timeless. And it's got a flamethrower. That's not an app. Come on. I cannot be the only one who's impressed with this. Of course, I like the Dr. Afra comic series, too. I may be the only one who in here, in this room right now, who reads comics. That can't be right, though. Because I think you guys call yourself geeks or nerds. Don't you? But I think you have to read comics in order to like attain that level of geekdom or nerddom. I don't know. If you don't read comics, I'll forgive you if you're not into Star Wars. That's not a prerequisite, right? But I don't know. I really don't know what makes a geek anymore. That's changed. So someone was hashtagging, and that's not going to work here on YouTube. Hello, welcome to not Twitter. Although Facebook does hashtags too, and so does Instagram. OnePlus 7 Pro for the win. Wrong. And actually, I had a talk with my barista this morning. I have a barista. Not my personal barista, you know, where I go to get coffee, my espresso. We were talking somehow. How did we get on the topic? God, how did we get on the topic? Somehow, I think he was asking me about a phone, and I said no, it was a pretty big failure because of the camera for me. He had a OnePlus 6, and he agreed that the camera's just not great. So I wasn't alone in that, but that was a no-go for me. Sorry. Yeah, I can deal with the lack of flamethrower apps, but I cannot deal with really crappy photo quality. Great photo quality a decade ago, but today, not so much. You love USB-C, but it feels like a fragile connector. Hey, Christian. Good to see you. Don't think I forgot. I did not. What happened to the... Oh, there it is. There's some other pieces here that I got to pop out of the plastic. I don't want to forget, because then I would have abandoned a piece. Sorry, the ASMR portion of this video, not over yet, apparently. Oh, that is just not coming out. Boy, they want to make sure these pieces do not move. Of course, in the process, then watch me slice into myself. You're about to see a special ambulance edition of Chris Pirillo not killing himself. All right, is that it? Yeah, I think that's it. Okay, we're good there. Yeah, I don't know about it being fragile. Mine isn't that fragile. I mean, it seems to go in and out. And I use USB-C for a great many things anymore. Not all of my devices, unfortunately. I'd much rather have USB-C than micro USB. Remember mini USB? Boy, those used to be in everything. And then micro USB came. I'm like, oh. So I had to replace all those cables. I mean, I'm telling you, I could have probably retired with all the money I spent on cables over the years. Ugh. And I've got a whole massive drawer full of them. I don't know what to do with them. No one else wants them. Can't really give them away. I mean, here, USB cable free. No, I'm good. Thank you. And then, of course, when you need the right cable, you can't find it. You have so many cables, and you can't find the right one when you need it. What's up with that? That's the problem. That is the problem that we need to start solving now. JL, which Apple device, Chris, do you use the most? I use the which one is it? the tablet one, the tablet iPhone. The tablet iPhone one, the bigger screen. Comes, it comes with the ability for you to use like the pen on it, the stylus thing. The big iPhone screen one. That's the one that I use. I do. I use it probably more than I've ever used a large screen, big tablet iPhone in my entire life. Because I found a way to work it into my workflow, and it works. So I'm happy. Like, I actually found a use case for it, and I can't say that it's necessarily been what do you call like a portable machine? It's not there's like the desktop PC and then the portable desktop PC. That's not a desktop, but you can put it on the desktop, and it's got the lid that goes flap. That one? That one. So it's not exactly the big tablet iPhone is not exactly a flappy desktop replacement, but it's guys, obviously I'm being facetious. Okay, I know what they are, but I'm having fun. If you don't like having fun, you might as well go back to thinking I'm dead. Okay. That was for everybody in the front, not for everybody in the back. So yeah, that would probably be the one I use most. Minus, yeah, I think the puck thing that plugs into the wall, and then you connect it up to the big moving pictures screen thing. The moving picture screen thing, right? That you plug the little puck thing into, and then you can watch moving pictures with sound on it, the talkies, right? I use that frequently. Our daughter, Jedi, can operate that fluently. It's kind of scary how she does. She does really, really well with it. JL says, do you think since George showed the theatrical print, that he might finally be considering releasing original versions of Star Wars? Are you the guy who keeps asking me this? Someone else was asking me. I don't think so. I think Disney's got it. They'll take it from here, and I'm fine with that. I'm okay with that. I'm not gonna. Sorry, one of my Coke balls spilled over my Arabesh. The Coke balls. Anyone? Coke ball? Anyone? Exclusive Coke balls. Balls that were once filled with Coke or Sprite from Galaxy's Edge. Super collectible. Don't want to miss out. Can't have mine. You should get your own. So I don't think they're going to be shooting, so to speak, to replace what's there now, the special editions. Would it be nice to see? Yeah. But I honestly think that would give... I think it would give too much energy to the wrong side of fandom. I'm just going to say that straight up. Because it's kind of time to move on. I mean, I think the classics are there, and I love the fact that they were there. I would probably, feel more nostalgic for it if I watched the original films as much as some people did growing up, but I didn't. Watched them once or twice because I didn't have access to that stuff. And even when VHS came around, when there were new movies to rent, and you only had 99 cents to rent one movie or another, are you going to watch Star Wars again, or are you going to watch Howard the Duck? I'm going to go with Howard the Duck on that. I'm just going to be straight up honest. Maximum Exposure Sports, that is one heck of a handle. Thank you for the super chat. Because I've watched you for years for free and enjoyed your content. P.S. Still enjoy your content even though you switched over. It's all good. Switched over? What did I switch? What did I do? Hang on, what did I switch? I switched over? I've always not been a sports fan. That's never changed, really. Oh, it was really funny. Our neighbor kid, for some reason I was outside, and Jedi was playing outside, and our neighbor kids, were outside with Jedi, and the kid, he wanted to play catch, because he's into baseball. And I have not touched a ball in a glove since Little League. I honestly have not even thought about it. So he literally hands me a glove, and he says, "All right, here, play. Let's play catch." I'm like, "What am I supposed to say? No?" So he's throwing the ball around. Man, he's good. He's trying to give me hints. I'm like, let me tell you something. That ship has already sailed. Okay. Thank you for the hints on how to throw the ball. But if I could do that, I would not be doing what I'm doing today. And I kept trying, and it was so bad. But I caught more balls in this game of catch than I think I'd ever caught in my entire life. So I'm better at catching than I am throwing. I learned that. Yesterday I learned, or the day before I learned, one of the days I am. Devon F asks, "Hey Chris, do you have any Intel graphics teasers you can share with us?" I do. Hang on, just a second. I'm gonna. This is my version of redacting. Okay, so I don't want to get in trouble. Let me go ahead and turn off the mic. Okay, I think that was safe. All right. Whew. Yeah, it's, whew, just like I said. That's, oh, there you go. So Roshan must be here a little late. That was, no, trust me, y'all will know when I know. Oh wow! What's up with all these super chats? I love it. Thank you. A, feel free to join Discord. And B, you can be a member at that point. Might as well be a member. You can hit the join button. Maximum Exposure Sports. Hang on, you send me 2 super chats. Is that for every catch I made of the ball? That's pretty amazing. Thank you, Peter and Christian. Good to have your support. Will I get another baby? I hope not. I am not aiming to receive a single baby. No baby getting in the works here. No, we are. I think we're going to stick with baby A. Baby A is the one we're sticking with. We're going to perfect the first version of our family. Oh, wait a minute. Hang on. Does that come out? I'm just like... Oh, I see. And then you can replace it. Oh, cool. So you can either have the weapons out or replace it with the covers. Cool. I didn't know that. Came with a couple other extra pieces, so you can take the weapons off. Yeah. So, yeah. No plans on having another baby. Just one. Just one. That's it. $1 for the Intel Insider info. Oh, thanks. Yeah. Trust me, I honestly, I don't know. That's the honest answer is I don't know. I couldn't tell you even if I did know. And you just keep following. That's the best way for you to know. Keep giving feedback, and you will be one of the first to know. So, a lot of good stuff on the horizon, though, I can tell you that. But I am biased. That is my opinion. As I pointed out earlier, I do work for Intel. Every opinion that I share is my own, not anybody else's. Chris, are you a Windows 10 user? Asks Kyle Henninger. Sure. I do use Windows 10. I've got it on a gaming PC that is in the works. Skeksis love gaming PC. Yeah. I do use Windows 10. I don't know if that means I'm a Windows 10 user, though. I mean, I use it, so that I guess de facto, I guess that makes me a user. Yeah, right. I'm trying to think through, like, if I'm being complete with that, But I guess I don't I don't view myself as a Windows 10 user, but I don't view myself as a Mac OS user. I don't view myself as an Android user. I don't view myself as any user, really. Just a plain old user. That's me, and I use whatever is available and the best tool for the job. That's me. That's how I've always rolled. Always. You like Windows 10, but you default to Linux. There's actually... Okay, so again, I work for Intel, which I'm very grateful for, because Clear Linux is coming out of, I believe it's coming out of Intel. Clear Linux, new Linux distro, optimized for Intel hardware. Those who have used it have said that it's fast. And it's kind of getting started. It's just getting off the ground. So no better time to join that community than now. But that hit my radar recently because of what I've been doing there. Thank you, Peter Boothroyd. Windows 10 has proven to be a pretty good user experience so far. It's getting better. It's on its way. John Kirby, thoughts on iOS 13? Not really. I don't think about it. I don't. No. I did briefly. I did think about it. But then I stopped thinking about it. I should probably think about it again. Hang on. Thank you for allowing me the opportunity to think about iOS 13. JL, Chris, when did you stop collecting CDs? The last CD I bought was this one right here. Take a guess as to why. Just take a guess. This is the last CD I bought. Won't be the final one. But what's cool? Yeah, look at that. But the actual CD is in the shape of Darth Vader, or his helmet, his head. Isn't that cool? The disc itself is Darth Vader. I'm like, that is so wild. Of course, I'll never play it. It'll never leave the jewel case, as it were. But I do have it. That is the last CD. So yes, I do collect Star Wars CDs, and of course Darth Vader stuff. That's true. Use Arch. Cool. I thought you had to live in St. Louis for that, though. That's what kept me from ever installing it. And, you buy a foldable iPad? You buy... Are you telling me, John? Is that a demand? You buy a foldable iPad! You buy one! I'll see what I can do. I mean, dang, put me on the spot. D-Roy asks, thoughts on the Note 10? I have not thought about it, but I will do so now. I'd say pretty good thoughts, for the most part. There was that one bad thought, but I really don't want to get into the weeds with that. Do I use iCloud Match for music? I do not. Why does Minecraft come installed on Windows 10? Because it's Microsoft's? I'd pre-install it on Windows 10 if I was Microsoft. That's man. I tell you what, you want to talk about IP? Minecraft, huge. I'm still not playing it. Peter Boothroyd says you have good comic timing. Really? So then, why does it take me so long to get through one? Because I mean, I've got plenty of them stacked, and it takes me a while because I'm looking at the art, I'm reading the dialogue, I'm contextualizing, I'm taking it in. But maybe I take comics too seriously. That's probably my problem. I spend too much time with the comic. So my timing, I feel, is not as rapid as it could be. I don't know what the average timing should be for a comic, but I'm getting better. I think I'm getting better. Let's see here. What did you buy from Prime Day? I got a Lego set. The Dewback. It was a double set. Lego double set. Dewback and the escape pod. It was down from 20 to like 11. From 20 to 12. So it was a good discount in minifigures. And I got a couple other Lego sets. No, actually, that was from another retailer. But they were also on sale, like 30, 40% off. That's the best time to buy Lego sets. That's like the only time I seem to buy Lego sets. So I ended up, basically, it's almost like you can get a BOGO when that happens. Almost. Not quite. Well, not buy one, get one 50% off. Not buy one, get one free. If you can make your own software version for a tablet, what would it include? IE stuff from iOS and Android. I would not put IE stuff on it. IE stuff? Internet Explorer? People still... Okay. All right. I'm not judging. I'm not judging. I'm not. If you want to put Internet Explorer on iOS and Android, knock yourself out. I think that ship sailed. I mean, Google's already moved on to using, what is it, the Blink or the Chromium brand, or the Chromium platform to build on top of for Edge. Speak I do regularly, usually, but apparently not right now. If I can make my own software for a tablet, I don't know. There's nothing that I would really need or want, like, immediately that I can think of. I don't know. I'd have to think about that, because I'd have to have the need, and then I'd have to find an app that didn't serve that need. Like, there'd be times that I would want to compare photos, so like a good photo comparison tool, I never found one on a tablet. Never, not once. A usable one that was easy, simple, clean, uncluttered, and specifically for my need of wanting to do like photo comparisons between, like, let's say one camera and another. How many movies do I own? Couldn't tell you. I really don't know. Did I pick up the Batman 4K films? I did. They were a little too heavy for me, and I prefer my 4K films to be a little more lightweight. So yeah, I did pick them up, but I immediately put them down. Apple might come out with 3 to 4 phones next year. Okay. I'm not here to spread rumors or entertain them, but if that's what they want to do, okay. I don't have much faith I would put in that rumor, but I remember years ago you were complaining about iTunes being called iTunes, but it was much more than just music. Yeah, and I'm kind of like one of those people who believes that it's time for iTunes to kind of be sunset. Apple agrees, so there you go. If Chris made a version of Windows, the start button would be Darth Vader. Would it? Would it though? I don't know. I don't know what the start button would be. It would probably be like the Imperial, like a logo, like either the Imperial insignia, Rebel, Jedi, a Resistance. It would probably be a symbol, I think, to start. So John, Christian. Not to disappoint, but that's the truth. A Star Wars software on a Star Wars smartphone or tablet. Yeah, well, it exists. Yeah, the Star Wars app exists. Not on a tablet. I don't know, but if they're going to be releasing one. The tablet revolution, I think, was kind of forgotten, which is both good news and bad news. I still use it, certainly, because it's very lightweight. Gives me a large enough screen to do what it is that I need to do. What is in Windows 10's future? What is the fall edition going to be like? Dude, that's the last thing they probably want to call it, is a fall edition. You don't want to, hey, our edition is it's going to be in the fall. Fall? That's like a hop, skip, and a jump to Crash. No, I don't know. So that was a bit of a stretch. No, I think in the next iterations of the Windows 10 updates, they're going to be minor, but they're setting the stage for bigger changes with how Microsoft effectively rolls out Windows and allows for a variety of situations to take place that currently cannot. So if I'm not mistaken, the next few releases will not be game changers, but can set the stage for larger game changes down the line, not to be confused with games or video games. Chris, how would I rate the Batman movies from good to worst? I don't know. I guess it just depends on my mood. Seriously, that's like one of the... I don't know what my mood is going to be. I really don't. Why did the Windows Phone die? Not enough ecosystem support. They started too little too late. Microsoft... They did, I think, as well as they could have done at the time, and they've said this too. They lost the space. They lost, when you don't have developers ready to build upon your platform, or enough users to make it interesting. It's kind of a chicken before which came first, the chicken or the egg type of situation. Putting a cart before the horse sometimes, but it's a complex ecosystem. So I don't fault Microsoft for that. They did their best. And that's history. Did I like the Han Solo film? I loved it. I think I've talked about it before, but yeah, I loved it. Sorry, I'm opening the second droid, everybody. Okay, do you know who this is? You can see the name. Dang it. All right, okay, you could Google. Come on. I cannot be the only one who knows this droid. I can't be the only one out there who owns now... Well, actually, this is my third chopper? I'm just saying it's chopper. From Rebels. And Rogue One, briefly. So yeah, I enjoyed Han Solo movie greatly. I think it got hit in the theater through no fault of its own. I believe it was probably, if it was a victim of anything, it wasn't poor sentiment around The Last Jedi as much as I think it was just very stunted marketing. That's my opinion. Yeah, it's like one of my favorite newer Star Wars films, for sure, easily. Thoughts on a woman playing 007? Works for me. There's like no law that says James Bond must be male, or 007 must be named James. That's what we've known, but that doesn't make it flat fact. Woo! So cool. Voiced by Dave Filoni, if you didn't know. And if you don't know Dave Filoni, wow, I thought I was out of touch. Oops, I'm putting the wheel down. Oh, did it go too far up his hole? There we go. It's bringing it out a bit. It went too far up. It's got this wheel here. Did I ever buy the Amazon Fire Phone? No, but I saw someone selling it. I sell like a lot of my old stuff, like in local marketplaces or whatever, and I saw he was selling his Fire Phone for like $200, and like, no, not even on a dare. They should have given away Windows Phone with Surface tablets. Devon, I said that same thing back in the day. I said, just get them out there, man. Get them out there. Give them away. Just hand them out. Like, boom, 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 boom. Get them out there. It costs money. to do that. It's hardware, but I know, like, you've got to make it a comprehensive experience, and in order to get it in people's hands, you had to give them not just a viable alternative to, you know, the iPhone OS or Android, but I mean, you've got to get it in there. They've got to try it. They got to be willing to try it. You've got to reduce that friction. And I say, yeah, give it away. That didn't happen, obviously. But I tended to agree with you. You can still upgrade Windows 7 to Windows 10 for free. I'd do it, but that's me. I haven't touched Windows 7 in a while. Chris, did you know that you are the pioneer of live streams? Jose Garza. Yes, because I was there. I pioneered. It was rigorous. A few of my family died of dysentery. Many of our oxen did not survive when we tried to ford the river. I ended up trading some of my ammunition, some of my bullets to get food. But ultimately made it. Ultimately, I made it as a pioneer of the live streams. A pioneer. Like on the wild frontier. Very wild. Chris. Remember that stop using XP rant you did like 7 years ago? You going to do the same with Windows 7 or 8? No. I don't remember doing that, and B, I'm not going to. Barry Lerner, thank you for being a member of this channel. You get that nice little icon there. So that means I think you've been a member of at least 9 months. There you go. You missed the daily Pirillo vlogs. You and I think maybe 3 other people. Makes it very difficult to do something with, it's great to have 4 supporters, don't get me wrong, but it doesn't exactly scale. So that's the problem we ran into with vlogs, unfortunately. So they are, I promise you, never coming back. R2D2. No, this isn't R2D2. Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? Adventure of Link 2? Thoughts on Robert Pattinson as Batman? I don't have any thoughts, and I don't want any thoughts, honestly. If it happens, it happens. A lot of people lambasted, the franchise when Heath Ledger was cast for the Joker, and he turned out, in my estimation, to be the best Joker ever portrayed. I'm going to even go as far as to say better than Mark Hamill. Can't believe I just admitted that on live video. Mark doesn't follow me, though, so he's probably never going to find out. I'm not going to worry about it too much. Peter asks, is there anything you dislike about the new Star Wars movies? Don't mean to be negative, I'm just curious. They don't come out often enough. That's what I'm really, I don't like that. I want 2 Star Wars movies a year. I demand it. So that's the thing I don't like about the new Star Wars movies. Now they're going to be 1 every 2 years. Maybe I think we're taking a 2 or 3 year break after the Rise of Skywalker. So hopefully it's going to be enough to keep us satiated. We'll see. Chris, did you ever use the 2017 Z? I'm just going to stop you right there. No, life, I did not. Never that I know of willingly or knowingly used a ZTE phone. Not that I have anything against it or them. Did you see the cast photo of the new Ghostbusters movies? I don't think I did. I may have missed that, but I'm not watching it too closely. I tend to wait until something's ready to be viewed, and then I watch it. I try not to build up the hype in myself. That goes with anything across any form of media, though. Like I'll just wait until it's done, because then I'll look forward to it, yes, but I don't want to have sleepless nights going, oh, it's gonna be awesome because this guy, and then I'll wait and then I'll rent it. I probably won't be seeing it in the theater. Devon says, you watched me play Oregon Trail, and then I died right at the end. See, Devon got my reference there about being a pioneer, dying on the frontier. Dude, and that video still, I think, isn't it in this channel, or is it in the other one? I can't remember. Where I played the Oregon Trail almost all the way through. Man, I was literally like a second away, like 1 or 2 more clicks, and that was it. I'd be there. And then, you died. Are you kidding me? I'll never forget that. And I was live streaming it. I'm the pioneer of the 18-hour call for help on Tech TV. I am. That's another thing that's never coming back. Have you ever had to replace the clocks behind you? Have not. Just replaced a capacitor in that one. Though they do need to be reset. I haven't, like I mentioned it the other day, I haven't done it in a while. Hey Edward, good to see you. It's R2 Steve Jobs D2. Hey, are you guys impressed? I'm not wearing a Star Wars shirt. Of course, I haven't showered today either, so, you know. Where do you and Barnacles Nerdgasm stand? Well, I stand right here, and he's usually over there somewhere in the general region of that area. Oh, I mean, we still talk, we still interact. We haven't had a chance to do, you know, video together for one reason or another. It's kind of a challenge. The community seemed so involved back then with the old Pirillo vlogs. I agree. And then a lot of people disappeared when Jedi was born. So if I have to choose vlogs or my daughter, I want to go with my daughter every single time. Though she makes an appearance here on the videos every so often. Some people like that, some people hate it. I love it, so what are you going to do? 2 Star Wars movies a year is overkill, Chris? Get out. Get out. Go. There's the door. Go. Go. Hit the X button. Let me see if I can get it. Is it up here? Hang on, let me swipe your app away. Does this work? Is this working on anybody's phone? If I do this, does it like swipe your screen? I thought it was worth a shot. Chris, do you hate that they killed Han Solo? Harrison wanted to die in The Empire Strikes Back. Like, this is, like, honestly, I was grateful that, as much as I was sad, that Han Solo left us in The Force Awakens. Because Harrison Ford wanted him to die in Empire. He was gunning for it. So, yeah, so, no, I don't hate that. How could I? I haven't seen the two of you at the same place in like 5 years. They just don't have the technology anymore. I'm actually Jerry. We're one and the same. I have a filter that makes it look like we're 2 different people. It's very complex technology. I don't want to get into it. Let's see here. Chris, were the red dudes in Return of the Jedi like Jedi or Sith or something? No. They were the Emperor's Royal Guards. Very, very elite guards, troopers, kind of like the Praetorian Guard in The Last Jedi, like skilled and ready to protect and defend. Didn't the inventor of the Tix clock get murdered? He did. It was a random thing. We used to exchange emails back in the day, and then he never got back to me, and I found out from a friend at ThinkGeek at the time that it was like someone had broken into his house and effectively he was murdered. Yeah, it was a crazy story. It's true, though. It is true. His on his site answering questions. Oh, are you talking about me, Sam? Hence it being a live video. What the hell is that? The hell was that? No, guys, I'm not. You think I'm fooling around? I'm not. There's like something like red and flying around here. Did you guys see it? You saw it, didn't you? Dude, I know I'm not seeing things. And you can hear things too. You can hear Wicket barking down there. Like, tell everybody I still like Linux. Why do I think no one is going to Galaxy's Edge? Disneyland isn't cheap. I mean, I'm going to say it straight up. It is not cheap. So why is no one going? It's not because it's not amazing. It's not because Star Wars is not a part of a greater culture. It's really there for Star Wars fans, and the cost is incredibly prohibitive. I'm just going to say it. That's the God's honest truth. In my opinion, it's expensive. I mean, but that said, I'd still pay to go. I will pay to go. So it's not a matter of me not liking it because it costs too much money. Not just to get to Galaxy's Edge, but Disneyland, the hotel, the flights, the travel, the expenses. It's not, unless you live in the area, it's not attainable. And that is, it's a frustration because as much as I would like that, there's someone that I know, Sarah and her Porgs is her handle on Twitter or on Instagram. And she goes to Disneyland, I think, just about every month. And that's amazing because it's just her. But when you have a family, and a job like that you have to be very mindful of, it's not easy, and it's not affordable. So yeah, that's why, in my opinion, that's why people aren't going. Not because it's horrible. It's amazing. It's breathtaking. I would go not every day. That'd probably be overkill. Every month, I think I'd do it. I'd be thrilled to go back every month. I would. I could easily do Disneyland every month. Easily. Specifically for Galaxy's Edge. Episode 9 is hopefully going to be better. We will see. I didn't mind Episode 8 for all the reasons that some people didn't like it. I thought Luke's character was true to Luke's character. Honestly, I know a lot of people said, no! I'm like, yeah, that was Luke. That was the Luke I would expect to see. That was a realistic Luke, a very realistic Luke. And a realistic Han, too. You change as you get older, and some things stay the same, and some things never change, and some things change, right? Luke was always a pacifist. Always. Never wanted to resort to violence. And wanted to take a measured approach. And he learned that after being impetuous, but he was impetuous too. These characters aren't as cut and dry as I think people make them out to be, or in their imagination, right? Like, so there's nothing that I saw in the Luke Skywalker in The Last Jedi that threw me off. Nothing at all. And I mean, I could get into it, but then I would never shut up. But just look back at the Luke that we knew growing up, right? In A New Hope, he's bright-eyed, ready to take on the Empire, and then of course the Empire Strikes Back. He was still like gung-ho, and then he got knocked down a peg, and then he started taking a more measured approach, right? And then he goes after Vader, but even after he goes after Vader, he doesn't just jump right in, right? And even when he's sitting there and just getting ready to destroy Vader, he looks down at his glove, from having lost his hand, and then casts away his lightsaber, and even the look on his face, these are mirrored somewhat in what we find in The Last Jedi, and he wants to put an end to the destruction and, to his word, the hubris of the Jedi Order, and I think that's rightfully so. Like I said, nothing missed the mark for me in terms of Luke's character in The Last Jedi. I cannot speak to anything related to Intel, apart from, we're taking feedback, and if you're looking for giving us feedback, looking to give us feedback, we'd be happy to receive it. You can join me on the Discord, Intel Graphics Discord, pop it in there, in the suggestion box channel. Our plan is to do it. That's what you need to know. And we are taking feedback very seriously. That's my job, is to take it very seriously. So be serious with your feedback. I will take you seriously. I did not... Did I forget to take my pills? No, I'm serious. There was like a bug in here, dude. It was crazy. Is Wicket or Pixie dead yet? Dude, can you not hear that dog barking in the back? Who do you think that is? Darth Vader for president? I refrain from saying too much right now. Let's see here. I'm looking for questions. Chris, will you be buying Jedi and Nintendo Switch Lite? I'm considering it. I'm considering getting a Switch Lite. I am. So we can play in bed together, I don't know about putting it on the big screen. I mean, maybe, we can, if she's interested, then we can get the regular old Switch. But having something that's more portable, like outright, I think will do us just fine, potentially. Whoa. I don't know anything about a Discord murder. I don't know if I want to know. Robert Yova, Chris, what do you do to stay in shape? Walking, running, blah, 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 blah. I don't use any apps for health. I'm vegan. That has given me the best heart health in my entire life. Calcium score of 0. Cholesterol has never been lower. I just don't eat too much. I'd say I avoid junk food, but I don't do that. But yeah, that's what I do. Dogs, I think, they were born in 2004, so you do the math, because I suck at it. April 2004 was when they were born. Did you and Jedi watch the Lego Movie Part 2? And if so, what were your thoughts? Sunshine, I tried to get her to watch it a little bit, and she hasn't. I haven't been able to like sit her still long enough. Right now, she's into Naughty's Toyland Investigates or something like that. Something on Netflix. She likes that. One of the things that I hope that she will do is like ask to watch a movie with me again, and then we'll be able to watch it, all the way through. Certainly. Do I still use Free My App and Feature Points? Feature Points, I do. I think Free My Apps went out of business. By the way, we got about 10 more minutes before I'm going to wrap up, if you don't mind. Is Jedi a console player or computer player? I have no idea, dude. No idea. Chris, how do you stay looking so young? I do not get out of the house. I've literally been in this chair. I have had movies. Whoa. Yeah, I just don't get out much at all. When will my next hiatus be? Well, I'm gonna wrap up in about 10 minutes, so it'll be after those 10 minutes. But I'm gonna try to be back tomorrow evening around 6 p.m. ish. If y'all want to come back, you slap the notification bell icon thing. You tap it, tap, whack it, slam it, pound it. What do they say? Well, I always forget. My mom is complaining about her boot time on the laptop. Should I or hard upgrade a laptop to SSD? Well, yeah, if it's got a hard drive and you can't upgrade, I would go SSD for sure. That'll speed things up. Now, of course, I work at Intel, so I say Intel SSD. I am a little biased, admittedly, but come on, help me out. Throw me a bone. You can choose whatever you want. I can't make any recommendations apart from saying I work at Intel. That's not really a recommendation. Chris, I've had lots of people wanting to buy my Sith Trooper. I told you, Heath. Did I tell you you need to do the Sith Trooper? Did I tell you? I told you to do the Sith Trooper. I told you. I'd love to see the helmet, just the helmet part, like a helmet series, 3D printed helmet series, like about this size, right? Collectible helmets. That'd be cool. Like what do they call? What else would you call them? Do I like Young Sheldon? I do not. I tried it, and it's not my thing. Big Bang Theory, yeah, I'll miss it. Do I own an iPod Classic still? I do not. Go.tagjag.com/free points. It's funny. I remember Jedi did a live stream once, and she said, "Tagjag 3 points." She's probably forgotten it by now because we haven't we haven't done it. But it was really cool. Diana was wearing a shirt, like a soccer shirt, the other day, and Jedi. This is kind of like she's 4, and we don't, we're not constantly, reinforcing her teaching, but she spelled out Mexico, Mixico, and she kind of stumbled on C, but she got it. She did pretty well, and that made me happy. That made me proud. Because she was able to point out the letters without context, not A, B, C, in knowing the order. How much Galaxy 10 Plus? That doesn't even make any sense. How much? Abadalim, if that's how I say your name. Okay, first of all, is that a question? How much Galaxy 10 Plus? How much? 10 Plus. That's how much. What do you think Disney will announce at D23 Expo or Comic-Con Star Wars related? I don't know. I'm hoping for good stuff. Ooh. The one exclusive I'm looking forward to, actually, on the 21st of July is the Darth Vader prototype figures that I think are Target exclusives. I'm nervous because I'm afraid they're going to be variants of the colors, and I'm going to want them all. I'm so excited. I can't wait for the 21st. I know, everyone... Y'all are like, I can't wait for the next iPhone. And I'm like, there's going to be a new Darth Vader figure on the 21st of July. It's funny. Smash it? Oh, that's what I'm supposed to say. Smash that bell. Smash it. Go aggro. It's back. Or maybe I am imagining things. Maybe it's not. Chris, do you still use a Chromebook? I do not. Well, actually, I kind of do. Not as often. Diana does. She likes it. Will I be at LTX 2019? I was planning on it, but then we've got a crossover with SIGGRAPH, and I may be needed there. So, I wanted to go. I really did. Maybe next year. I believe that I would be right at home with the other creators up there. But there's a lot going on. It's kind of hard to pick and choose. And of course, I know it'll be successful. I really do. Get right on it. You cost me a fortune in filament. Well, sell them, Heath. Well, I don't know if you can, actually, because you don't have the license. What is my most valuable piece in my Vader collection? Probably the melted helmet, because there was only a few of them made, and they sent it to me. It was like a $5,000 piece. And now it's super limited edition. The one I unboxed years ago in the crate, that's probably the most valuable piece. It probably doubled in value, just the fact that no one else has them. It's crazy. Does my wife like me spending? She does. Spending time with her. Actually, no, she hates that. She much prefers me spending time with my daughter. Or our daughter. Are you going to build Jedi her first gaming computer? My hope is she'll build mine. Because I'm not a DI, again, not a DIYer. I'm a DI buyer. But, if the more I can do to expose her to a variety of disciplines, I think the better off I'm going to be, or she's going to be, right? And so giving her access to options, she's pretty enterprising, will often on her own volition build with the Lego Duplo bricks, or the Lego bricks, without being asked, using her imagination that way, not inside of sets. And certainly, she watches shows like Androids, and, she sees a lot of, not STEM oriented content outright, but is no stranger to it. I would, as soon as I see an inclination, I will absolutely encourage it. Just like with video games, I've tried lightly to, hey, are you ready? You want to play? And she's not as into it, and maybe just because she doesn't have the hand-eye coordination for it yet. But I would never turn that down. Oh, hang on. 3D printing with Heath. That almost got blocked. That comment got blocked. I just unblocked it. Kanye West is building houses inspired by Star Wars. What? Jedi is probably getting tips on building your computer from Jay's 2 cents on YouTube. Hey, you gotta do whatever. She ain't gonna get any tips from me because I ain't got any. Although there's a guy I worked with who said, you know what, we should get you to build a PC live on video. I'm like, that would be a comedy. Let me tell you. That would be interesting to watch. What is my favorite countries? I like all of them for different reasons. I think that's fair. Is that fair? Hang on. I'm hearing my family commiserate. Did they finally let Wicked out? What YouTubers do I watch? I really don't watch too many on a regular basis. I really don't. I don't really have a lot of subscriptions because I watch whatever I'm interested in at the time. So I don't go to one person over and over and over again. I like a lot of the Star Wars content though. Am I mad that Apple removed the headphone jack? I really wasn't that angry about it to begin with. Anyway, so thank you for tuning in, folks. I appreciate the support. Hopefully you had fun. Hopefully you didn't take anything that I said too seriously, honestly. Favorite vegan spot in Seattle? We don't really go out to eat a lot. There's one, what was it called? Something Dogs. It's apparently this amazing vegan dogs place in Seattle. What's it called? Something Dogs. Mighty Dogs? No. What is it called? We've never been. We've heard about it, but we just don't dine out a lot. Costs a lot of money, and honestly, sometimes you don't know what's in the food. Chris is subbed to my channel. Well, yeah, I am 3D printing with Heath. Anybody who's interested in 3D printing should subscribe. Especially if you're interested in Star Wars, too. Subscribe to 3D printing with Heath. Yeah, Purple Plate... Man, your name, I swear. You set it up to be a tongue twister. Purple Paisley Planner. Thank you for spending the hour. Hopefully you had a little bit of fun and got a little bit of entertainment out of it. No information, though, whatsoever. Just entertainment for entertainment's sake. You're guessing Radar's not on tonight? Yeah, you know, I think I'm probably going to pour more of my attention here, because we'll talk about Star Wars. We'll geek out here. I did the whole unboxing of the chopper and the BT-1. Is that it? I always mess this up. Or just BT, yeah. I did the Droids unboxing. Woo! Unboxing 2 droids! Woo! That's going to be the title of this video. Woo! Hopefully this will be the thumbnail. Woo! Thank you everybody for tuning in. I love you. I appreciate you. Hopefully you guys joined as a member. If not, you can join the Discord channel. The links are in the video description right there at the top. Thank you for the super chats. Thank you for the questions. You love my sideburns. Well, I already said I love you. Yeah, I'm going to work on them for a bit until they get too unwieldy. Okay, that's it. I got to go. I don't know what the hell is flying around here. May the Force be with you always.